let's talk about the movie that I'm gonna review today, and it's called Army of Thieves.
But it must have been the right time.
So, Army of Thieves, yes, I know. Again, spoiler warning, of course, it is a prequel, also a spin off. I know, right? Prequel and spin off both together. Yes, it is a prequel and spin off of Army of the Dead that came out this year, of course, directed by Zack Snyder. But this movie is produced by the Zack Snyder. But again, it's the same movie, right? So before we get into the actual review about this movie, let's understand what this movie is about, shall we?
Ready, set, and
As the name suggests, thieves. You definitely know it's about few thieves, but what are they stealing, right? So, unlike any other movie, of course, it has to do with money, but surprisingly, this movie it's not completely about the money. It's about three different kinds of safe. Yes, three different safes, and these are not just any ordinary safe. And this safe has very unique names, right? And of course, these are the safes as you can see, right? Fancy, isn't it? Exactly. Now they have to open up this safe, and of course, the safe has money into it. But the main goal is not to steal the money. The main goal is to just crack this uncrackable safe, right? And spoiler warning again: there are four safe, but then again, I'll talk about the last safe later in this video.
The Rheingold, the Valkyrie, the Siegfried.
So let's start off with the most important characters of the movie, right? Starting with this guy. Yes, spoiler warning before I move ahead. The ones who have watched Army of the Dead might know who he is. The ones who haven't, I'm really sorry. His name is Ludwig Dieter. Yes, all my Army of the Dead fans, we know him as Ludwig Dieter, but here his name is not Ludwig Dieter. I know, spoiler again. That's why I said that. His name is Sebastian. I won't mention his surname because in the movie no one could pronounce his surname. Okay, so here in this movie he's the guy, of course, as he opens up the safe, and he's not like any other, safe opener, right? He has a very simple life and a very simple, boring life, and we all can relate to that, of course, during this pandemic. And he gets this opportunity to open this safe, and which he has good idea about the safes, right? And you get to see his journey.
I belong to a crew that executes international bank heists, and we want to recruit you.
Why me? I am no criminal.
One very interesting thing about Sebastian out here, I find, and I can relate to it because he makes a couple of YouTube videos of about those safes because he knows about those safes, and unfortunately he gets 0 likes, 0 views. And with that, I'm telling you guys, come on, subscribe our channel, give us a like, okay? We are doing this for all of you and of course for ourselves too, but so show some love, okay? Okay, so moving ahead, he gets recruited by this team of thieves, okay? And with this girl, Natalie, you have seen her in Fast and the Furious franchise with the name, I can't pronounce that name, I'm really sorry. So she is a badass, she can steal stuff, she's good at stealing. She's from a good, well-to-do family, but then again, she feels like by stealing is her destiny, right? Again, fans, don't learn anything from this. It's just a fictional thing for you, right? So,
A life less ordinary.
so she introduces Sebastian to this team, okay? We have Ruby O'Fee. We have seen her in the movie Polar. She was very hot out there. Here she's very cute. Moving ahead, we do have Gus Khan as played as Rolf, their getaway driver. I like his role, but it was a little minimal. He could have done a lot. And we have Stuart Martin as Brad Cage, kind of a douchebag in the movie, but yeah, I like it, of course. So this was their team to steal, or you can say to crack those three different kinds of safes.
I'd like you to meet the team. Karina, Rolf, real-life action hero, Mr. Brad Cage.
Let's talk about the good moments about the movie. I remember when Sebastian gets the invite to go to that underground place to crack different kinds of safe out there, right? So in the beginning, when he was cracking those safe, he didn't knew about it, like what he was doing. So it took his time. And in the second round, okay, he understood what the safes were about, and he were playing along. And in the third, he knew that he can crack the safe, and he acted as if he was undefeatable, and that was totally, I mean, it was funny and entertaining to watch. The second scene is completely blew my mind, of course, when they actually betrayed Sebastian. Another spoiler alert, but they betrayed Sebastian, and it was not like any other movie. You betray the main character, then later on they find him again. No, the whole team gets divided. Yeah, it was totally different. And I like how Sebastian, and of course we have Corinne. I'm so sorry, I might be pronouncing the name wrong. Corina and Sebastian, and of course Gwendoline. Yeah, I said her name. Three of them form a team, and they go after the third save, and we see the rest of the team also following for the same too.
Any questions?
No. Yes, many. Hundreds.
One of the moments again when they were about to crack the first save, and actually Gwendoline was telling Sebastian, how to go ahead with the process theoretically, and when she ended, they already actually stole the money, and they opened up the safe. That was actually fun to watch, because that is something really new and different. I believe I haven't seen it in any other movies. This was first. Do let me know, or do let us know in the comments if you have seen something like that in any other movies, right?
I did it!
And let's talk about the remaining characters. We have the FBI agent who were opposite them. Yeah, he felt like a comic relief again. Of course, I was not that much impressed with that character though, but yeah, of course, you needed someone like him, right? Or else the movie wouldn't have made sense at all. Of course, with no danger and all. And I like the fact how they are aware of the zombie outbreak happening in USA. Now, this whole thing doesn't happen in USA. It was outside in a different country, so they are aware of it, and they know that since people will be too much busy with the zombie outbreak thing, no one would pay attention to someone breaking a safe or something like that. I remember there's a scene where this guy says it's like a James Bond movie. Exactly, because they are out here not to steal money, but just to open up the safe. Even if they steal few $1,000s, it wouldn't bother the bank, right? So I really like that concept out there. And again, the whole process, how it took place, the visuals, the scenes, the cinematography, as you can say, was amazing.
The world's distracted. This window of opportunity isn't just our only chance, it's yours.
Talking about the rewatchability thing, for someone who had watched The Army of the Dead, yes, you can watch it maybe once, twice, 2 times max, and afterwards you can just watch the scenes which you like the most. For people who have not watched Army of the Dead, I think you might like the character Sebastian, and you can watch it more than twice, or maybe when you're feeling bored, you just want to see something, and you have nothing to watch, you can just watch Army of Thieves. And finally, the Zack Snyder magic. Yes, the way he used to connect movies, right? From Man of Steel to Batman v Superman to Zack Snyder's Justice League, right? You get to see in the very end, spoiler alert again, a scene from Army of the Dead when they go to recruit Ludwig Dieter. Now, remember, he have become Ludwig Dieter, and you'll get to know in the movie by default. So the way they've connected it in the end, it makes very much sense now. And of course, in the end, you get to know that the fourth safe, which is being teased in the movie, is the one they crack in Army of the Dead. And I was surprised when they showed the fourth safe, So once you see that scene, you will understand. Again, that's Zack Snyder magic. Coming to the ratings, I won't give it a 9. Definitely not an 8. I would give it a 6.5. Yes, it should deserve more, but then again, looking at the scale of the movie, and of course, it was not that of a big movie. It was a simple movie at a simple plot, done in a good way, but could have done in a better way also. But then again, I'm happy with it. I didn't have any expectations from it, but it did deliver. It did, and I can't wait for its upcoming franchises, or you can say upcoming parts coming out, like maybe the animated prequel, and of course Planet of the Dead. That has been enough. So that was our review for Army of Thieves. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. It is out in Netflix, and please do watch it. And if you have not watched Army of the Dead, watch that too, or watch both of them, or you can watch this one first, Army of the Dead later on. It's up to you. And again, I would request, please show some love so that we can keep making videos for you. Okay, so comment below, let us know, and please tell us if you can improve on it too. Okay, until then, Hannibal,